Yeah, that was obviously a tough loss for our program and for our team. I thought it was a very physical game. We told our team this be similar to St. Louis, and it was a 1 point game. It was very similar, and I thought their activating Emmanuel Stephen really impacted them in a good way, and he's 18 and 10, did a really good job, and they kept us on our heels with their defenses, mixing defenses, and we didn't handle it well enough. I thought they forced us into obviously turned the ball over, which is a little bit uncharacteristic, and we took some questionable shots. So hat tip to them. They won the game, and we had our opportunities, and hopefully we can learn from this.
So, Coach, speaking of Steven, he had the turning point moment where he hits that dunk at the end of the first half and then scores the initial points in the second half when they took the lead and for the first time. So, do you see that as a pinnacle moment?
Yeah, at the end of the half, I didn't want to use a foul. We had a foul to burn, and I think we could have guarded that better. But that always gives you confidence. And he came in the halftime. I think he had 10 and 5 in the first half, and he also altered a lot of shots, and it was a change there. But we still were resilient enough to come back and take the lead and went up 4 and had many opportunities there late in the game, and had some 3 turnovers I can think of off the top of my head. That we need to get shots. We just got to get shots because we were getting second shots all night. So can't give them the ball.
And Coach, late in the game, you guys, it felt like UNLV was scoring like every possession in the last couple minutes of the game. Just how important is in this 5-day break just focusing on defense?
Yeah, we focus on it pretty much quite a bit. It's our one-on-one D. We really had a hard time guarding their 4 and their 5. And there's a lot of ISO, so we probably went to the double a little too late. But there was a couple possessions where they got on the glass there late, where we'd been pretty good getting it done. We got a couple misses, and there's one possession that I can't wait to see it. But I swear there was a travel, a charge, and we need some help there. And I'm pretty sure I was right. And 3 seconds all in the same possession, and then they end up getting a putback or drew a foul or something. But like we needed, that's hard. That's hard to defend a 7-footer if all those things are going on. So I thought Ryan, I don't know what else he could do. I thought he just took a charge right in the chop. So, but that's some breaks. I'm sure we got some breaks the other way too.
You rebounded very close to 50% of your own misses today. You talk about the effort on the offensive glass, particularly Oscar with 9 of them.
Remember, Oscar was just really tough on there. And we thought we could have an advantage there. We're pretty good there with AJ and Oscar, and that was our best offense, and that's why having 16 turnovers, we only turn over 10 times. I think we're pretty safe. 6 more shots, 3 more. We were getting 3 of those back, and good things can happen.
Let's talk about going back to Emmanuel Stephen. Were you aware going into the game that he was going to play? At what point did you
No.
know he was going to play? And just how the challenges of scouting a team, not knowing if a certain guy's going to be there when he comes back, just the challenge of that aspect.
You know what? We saw him in high school. We knew who he was. A good player, signed at Arizona originally, and he made some really tough shots too. He hit some like 8-9 foot turnarounds over his left shoulder that I thought were defended well. And he's an effort athlete guy too. So, and I thought Oscar matched him, and AJ did a pretty good job. But he's a difference maker, and we didn't prepare for that, but that doesn't necessarily change the scout as much. They had 14 turnovers. They only had 7 assists. We didn't do a good enough job guarding him one-on-one.
All right. So, Coach, tough free throw shooting for both teams. They made 1 less free throw than you guys, but ironically, they had the game-winning free throw shot. So, what about the free throw shooting that bugged you a lot on the sideline?
Obviously, AJ's no secret. He's not shooting free throws well, and that makes it tough. He's got to fix that. And Oscar was 1 for 4, so between our 5 men there, 1 for 7, and that's just again, and those can be momentum shifts either way. And when you're coming up empty possession, when you draw a foul, that makes it tough. So we work at it every day. These guys know we set a school record last year, but some of our guys are physical guys. Are going to get fouled, need to be able to deliver, and I think they will.
Tough shooting night for Ibuka, but he stuffed the stat sheet, made a lot of different impact plays. Can you talk about his ability to impact the game when it's maybe not good offense?
Yeah, no, he's always he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he's learning. Like, he was able to get in the paint, but he drew a lot of help. He shot 12 free throws. Drew 7 fouls. He's so quick and tough, and then those two guards are good that we had to guard, and we just can't have where he has to score 25 to win or 20 to win, and he needs to be more efficient. He needs to be able to find some other guys and do more of those things for us to be our best. So he's a really good player. I'm excited to coach him. He'll get better on that, but there's some lessons to be learned there, and we'll be okay. He made a couple big, block shot and a steal that was huge.
Kind of rough night for Chisholm a little bit with the 6 turnovers. Just talk about kind of what he needs to do to be a bit more responsible with the ball.
Yeah, no, he's got to be a little more patient, let the game come to him, and that's a little bit of the scout. I'm sure when you can't drive and spin and think you're going to be okay. He's got to play off 2, look to throw out. He made a couple good plays. You just need to go to that more. And felt like he's pressing a little bit, and we need him. We need him to win. We need him to play better. So he loves playing. He loves to compete. He's gonna have to he'll get better. He's got to get better for us to get better. And that's good.
Okay, sorry. So, Coach, being that you've been in this business for a while, when you have a game this competitive, 13 ties and 9 lead changes, what does that do for you when you're doing the coaching on the sideline when the game is back and forth like this?
No, it's challenging. Make sure we put our guys in position, give the best plays, and our best situation for them to be successful. And I was pleased with that last. We got a shot to win it. I wish it's just and Buka just ran right down the middle, and it was about a 25-footer. End up shooting a fly. He could just shot a jump shot. I would have been okay with it. But we're in some tight situations where we had to get the ball in. I think we had a high-low that we had Oscar open, and Aiden missed it. We had the drive, and we ISO'd Chiz to try to get to his right hand, and they took it away. So I think we were doing the right things there. Some things you'd always like to change, but a couple is just, like I said, those scrums underneath their basket. That's just got to come up with those things, man. They just wanted it a little more. They were really excited to get that done, and we got to play with a little more vigor.
On that last call of 3:20 seconds, the last foul call, did you try to challenge that?
It's unchallengeable. I thought it was a horrendous call. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know, but I was just it was late, and I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I tried to challenge it because I had a pretty good angle, and I didn't think I could. I watched too much NBA. I think NBA, they can challenge it, right? Yeah, so I was like, might as well try, and didn't. And that's why I said with 3.8 seconds, I was like, they don't want to foul here. We're down 1. I was like, so those Abu could go right through him, And he kind of did. He just caught it flat. I wish he would take it on the run, and he could have shot a layup. And we'll see what happens, or pull up 3. But yeah, no, I don't. And Abuka's foul before that was a foul, but I just hate it felt like that was maybe another really tight call. I really don't. I mean, we're doubling the guy and keeping him there, so I don't know. I have to look at it, but I felt like we did the best we could on that defensive possession, and thought we should, maybe we had the ball. I don't even know, did it go off of us? Would there have been an end line out of bounds, Or they keep the ball? I don't remember, but I'll look at it.
Just thoughts on facing San Jose State next year, we different for them.
No. I mean, we got finals. We're gonna play on the road. It'll be tough, obviously. We don't have that much margin for error. We have to play well. We got to play as a unit. We got to play together. We can't. I felt like that was just their pressure, their speed. We play pretty fast too, so we got to be able to gauge that tempo when someone like that. That's their strength. So, that's again, freshman quarterback figuring that out, time and score, how to where to find things, and he'll do that. It's it was a high-level game for us. I think they've got really good talent, and they're going to get better. And Coach Pastner's doing a nice job with them. Did a nice job with them tonight.
Yeah, Coach, just on a positive note, a lot of former Stanford Cardinal players doing well in the pros. Just kind of talk about seeing Spencer and them.
That's great. I mean, I just think, that Stanford gets them prepared to be successful in life in general. And, I would love to coach Spencer. I coached against him. I called every NBA exec I knew when he was a freshman. I said, I think there's an NBA player in our league that you may not know. And he stuck around for 4 years. He had some injuries and stuff, but it's neat to see him. Was it 5? Yeah, it's neat to see him have the success he's having because he's tough. He's a good defender. He can bang shots and a high character person. And the NBA organization really like him. Then obviously Max getting a chance to start and produce and telling him I keep a little more in touch with him. And it's just neat to see because he put so much into it last year. And, I thought he was a first-round pick for sure. And he's kind of proven us right. But him handling it, not getting and persevering and getting his opportunity and getting to play minutes. And it's hard to do in the NBA. A lot of first-round picks don't get to play or get starts. And just happy for him. And it helps us put a nice shine on our program.
Ryan, I can start with you. I think it was against St. Louis. You got a big rebound, which kind of helped you guys win that game. And then today you had another big steal to kind of help bring momentum. Just how important is it, to make those little plays that really help you guys win?
I would say it's pretty important. As you could see today, it was a one-possession game. So when you think of it like that, every possession matters. So I think those play a big part.
All right, so Benny, you got everything started off with your 3, but then there was a lot of back and forth. You guys had a 9-point lead, which seemed to be like you guys were in control, but they came back in the second half and took the lead themselves. So what about the free throw shooting and the 3-point shooting that didn't really work for you guys today?
Yeah, we obviously we shot it, around 63% from the free throw. So we got to do better as a team. That was a huge skill for us last year, and it just helps a lot end of the game. And yeah, ultimately we just got to guard the 2-point field goals better. They shot it around 50% from 2, and it's hard to win like that. They were kind of just dribbling, and we got to keep guys in front and force misses. So credit to them. They outcompeted us tonight.
You guys held a significant advantage in second chance points today. Was that an area that you knew that you could take advantage today?
Yeah, I think a big emphasis of ours is rebound, and I thought Oscar did an incredible job, giving us second chance opportunities, and it's an emphasis for sure. But tonight it obviously, we gotta, and at the end of the day, we gotta keep doing what we do: defend, rebound, take care of the ball, and if we focus on that and keep growing in all those areas. Tonight we didn't take care of the ball. It's hard to win when you have 16 or 15 turnovers, but if we do what we do at a high level, we'll be a really good team.
Yeah, Benny, obviously you guys have had some really high highs, but also, a couple low lows. I guess, how do you keep, momentum, keep consistency throughout non-conference play?
Yeah, I guess it's less about momentum for us, more about day-to-day, improving. I think these – no one ever wants to lose. We know that, but, we got to – coach is always saying, watch ourselves back, see where we need to grow, and just kind of look ourselves in the mirror and kind of, be truthful with ourselves. And every day we'll use this week. I think we have like a week of practices to just improve every day and be ready for the next game.
Ryan, just what was kind of coach's message to you guys after this one?
We don't really talk a ton after the game. I think their big thing is going back and watching the film, but I can almost guarantee that it's not that we got to change anything up. It's kind of that we just got to double down on what we've been doing and defend, rebound, take care of the ball. We hear it every day. And, if you look at today's game, I think if we did those things at a high level, that's our game for sure. And we didn't. So, credits to them for making us not play our game. And I think that's what the message will end up being.
All right, for either one of you two. So did UNLV kind of surprise you guys? By the way, they came in with their record is below 500. So sometimes you don't really realize if their record's indicative of how good they really are.
Yeah, I think we knew that they were a good team. They went, we knew that they went into Memphis and won. Not a tough, not an easy place to win at all. Memphis just beat Baylor as well. So when you look at things like that, basketball is a sport where you can't really downplay a team at all. And this was a perfect example. I don't think we necessarily underestimated them at all. They switched up some things with their starting lineup and whatnot, but those are all kind of just excuses. I think at the end of the day, if we played our game to the highest level without worrying so much about what they do, we would have taken care of this game, but we didn't.
Yeah, Ryan, you guys got, I think, 5 days of practice before Saturday against San Jose State. How important is, doubling down, like you said, and what, other things you're working on in practice?
I think it's a really good week. This is I would say the most classic Stanford week. It's finals and practice. And so guys are going to have to be mentally tough, coming off a loss, having finals. And when it comes to practice, being able to just be present. I know that I've struggled with that in the past, but I think we got a good group of guys that can handle that. And so, like I said, doubling down on what we've been doing. Not changing anything much, but really just focusing on the little things that we could do to improve.